He turned one restaurant into a global franchise by teaching duplication. Hey everybody, Dr. Martin Williams here. I help purpose-driven leaders discover, develop, and deploy their divine assignment so that they can really reign on earth, but they can do it without losing themselves. Founders, when they're thinking about something, they want to leave a legacy, the true ones. So this idea of king making is my idea. I'm not saying no one else is doing it, but it's what I was told to do. Martin, don't just become a king. Create systems that creates kings. It's a society, it's a nation, and I want to talk to you about it. This is my voice. We have to be intentional about raising new leaders, not just new leaders, but leaders that can take our idea so much further in the future. I've spent decades studying how influence becomes legacy. And one of those truths never change. Your success means nothing if it ends with you. Nothing is good if it ends with you, my friend. So everything about your voice, this code of being a king, sitting on your throne, wearing your crown, and being engulfed, robed, swallowed by a vision. That's the goal. So as we start to talk about king making, we have to deal with this particular subject. We have to deal with building a culture of multiplication. How can I put something together that goes into my future? It's a system. It turns into a conveyor belt, and every product that we build, it has the same attributes. So when I start talking about multiplication, honestly, all I'm talking about is systems that create succession. We need systems that create succession. Culture keeps it alive. What types of cultures are we building? In our churches, in our companies, in our families, in our whatever we're in our boards, everywhere you are, there needs to be a system that is created for succession. That's where everything changes. If there are no systems, then we don't know what we're doing. We don't know what to expect at the end. When I think about Mr. Ray Kroc, you got to watch the movie. You got to watch the movie with Ray Kroc in it. Forget the name of it right now. But in that movie, it shows us how Ray Kroc thought. Ray Kroc didn't invent the burger. McDonald's was owned by two brothers, but they didn't have real systems. Ray Kroc bought McDonald's. Some people say he cheated him out of it. However it worked for him. He didn't invent the burger. He invented the system that scaled McDonald's. He built a system around their burger. He built a system around their burger and multiplied it, scaled it, became a multi-billionaire. McDonald's right now, that whole system is creating millionaires every year. He turned one restaurant into a global franchise by teaching duplication. What kind of system can you put in place that teaches duplication in what you're doing? Anybody can learn it. Anybody can repeat it. Anybody can own it. What is that system? What is that thing you're called to put together that everybody can duplicate? Everybody. See, that's the power of systemizing. That's the power of building systems that just work for success. It's transformative. It's transferable. It can be built upon. It can be built better, right? But if there's no system, there's nothing to build on. So we've got to understand, systems outlive symbols. That system will outlive the symbols. Culture multiplies what charisma can't maintain. Charisma can't keep people up all the time, high energy all the time. That's not what works. That's not what works. What works is culture. Culture, when you walk into a culture, that culture can keep things excited. That culture can make things excited, but one way or the other, you run this system regardless of whether you're excited or not. That's culture. Culture is It keeps going no matter who plugs into it. That's culture. The proof of our leadership, now let me make this personal. Let me point at you. The proof of your leadership is how well things run when you're not in the room. Let me let you see the white of my eyes. Let me let you see the white of my eyes. The power of your company is not what happens when you're there running it. The power of your company and your culture matters, and it shows up when you're not there. If it's producing the same or better when you're not there, you've created systems. You've created a culture. If it gets worse when you're not there, you have a horrible culture. If you're going to be a kingmaker, you've got to have systems that get better and do great things even when you're not there. That's the goal. That's the goal we must all have. We want it to run better when we're not there because we have systems that don't fail. I don't have to be in the room for it to work. I don't have to be cracking the whip for it to work. I don't have to be there reminding everybody for it to work. I don't have to be there looking over everybody's shoulders. That's not the type of leadership I want to reproduce. I want to reproduce the comfortable in their own skin, motivated by what's inside of them. They're not afraid. They're not insecure. They're secure in who they are. They're secure about the throne they sit on. They're secure about the territory they're called to expand in. They're not afraid. They're willing to build systems and show other people. You can't call it legacy, right? If it depends on your personal touch for it to survive. If you got to be there to touching it, driving it, it's not legacy. It's going to die when you die. Bunch of people going to die. Bunch of people going to die when you die. Their jobs are going to go away. Their aspirations going to go because you haven't raised up any other people. If it dies when you leave, it was not legacy. It was performance. Everybody was driven because you were in the room. You were leading it. You were standing on top of their shoulders, making sure they did it. No one got it passed on to them. Create one repeatable system this month. Create one repeatable system this month. If you don't know how to do that, you need me to coach you, right? Create one repeatable system this month. A structure, a standard, or some sort of training process. Create one. And this structure that you create, it needs to be written or put in place so it allows someone else to replicate your results without your presence. Put something in place that it doesn't need you there to say it. A, B, and C, that's what we do. A, and now anybody in your company that you're training, anybody in your presence, your church, your family, you can train them now to lead because there is one process that we all follow. Legacy doesn't need management. It just needs multiplication. We have to multiply ourselves in the world right now with intent. With intent. Okay. Put in a comment right there. In the comment, say, I'm going to introduce this system. I'm going to introduce the system of accounting. I'm going to introduce the system of processing the hamburger. I'm going to introduce the system of training people. Put it there because it makes you accountable, not just when you think it, not just when you say it, but when you put it in writing and it's in front of you, amazing things can happen. We need multiplication. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe and go ahead and watch the next video.